This is a Chevrolet 350 crankshaft harmonic balancer repair video. First thing you need to do if you're doing a Corvette like I am is get yourself a digital camera with a good macro function on it, because you're going to need it. The next thing you're going to need is some JB Weld. I prefer the 24-hour stuff, but give it 2 days to set. Don't cut corners when you mix it, and mix it thoroughly. That way you're sure that you got maximum strength. The first thing I did was take a toothbrush and some soapy water, and what I did is put a little dish soap on the end of the toothbrush and just scrubbed it out real good, and took a rag and got down in it and dabbed it and tried to get it as dry as I could to let it dry. You're going to have to get the maximum amount of dirt and grease and everything out of the woodruff key slot to ensure an excellent bond, not just a good one. If possible, get down in there with some sandpaper and scratch it up a little. That's what I did. It's not easy, but it is doable. After all, the alternative is to replace the crankshaft. So anyway, start with about $50 of mixed JB Weld. I made some spreaders out of some white siding coil. That way you can cut them into any shape or design that you think is necessary. Then you insert your new woodruff key and ensure that it's straight and aligned. And to do that, you're going to need to take lots of pictures. Try to do all your work in the earliest part of the setting process before it starts to harden at all. The more liquid it is before you decide to leave it alone, the better. So take pictures of the woodruff key as you go so you can ensure that it's straight and lined up, because once you get it set, that's where it's going to be. And make sure to save whatever you mix the JB Weld on, because that's going to tell you how hard it has gotten, and that'll be very beneficial to you as you go. You'll want to do any shaping before it gets real hard, because it's real hard to file that stuff when it's hardened. But if you wait until just before it starts to get real hard set, it'll file pretty easily. That's why you want to save a sample of the mixed material that you put into the crankshaft, so you can test it as you go and file it when needed, when it's still slightly soft. And take an extreme caution not to move the woodruff key. And once you get all these preparations done, you're going to want to fit the harmonic balancer onto the crankshaft. Make sure it slides on there relatively easy and that the bolt can press it on there for the final amount. And you're also going to want to pull it back off and mix up some new JB Weld and put it around on the inside in the keyway and on the inside of the harmonic balancer before you press it on there. That gives you a little extra margin of safety that it's not just going to fall off there. If you're worried about getting the harmonic balancer back off, don't, because the JB Weld breaks down about 550 degrees, which is well beyond the operating normal temperature of the crankshaft and the harmonic balancer. So if necessary, you could heat it to get it off, or it'll probably come off with a pulley puller. Of course, you always have the option of just go ahead and pull the engine and change the crankshaft. In this case, I chose the latter of the two. I hope this tutorial was good for you. Take your time and it should be a great success. Thanks for watching.